So there's a lot of questions packed into this one, and I'm going to do my best to answer each and every one of them in this 10-minute video. I have made some notes so that I could make sure I touch on each thing, and I'm just going to jump right in. So your cousins helped you through tough times, so you might be feeling guilt and have a sense of being indebted to them, like you owe them something, or they might make you feel in some ways that you owe them something. And I'm wondering if that is why you might be feeling inadequate, as you put it. So what are the thoughts that you're thinking that creates that feeling or that emotion of feeling inadequate? What is it that you're thinking that is creating that thought, or that feeling rather? So think about that, sit with that, and see what comes up. And you also said that when you're around them, you start to question yourself. So, what are the questions that you are having come up? What are you thinking about? What are you feeling? These are things to notice, because in those moments where you're feeling that, like you're questioning yourself, notice what's happening. Notice what they're saying, what you're thinking, and where all that comes from. Look at the origination of that. So, what are the questions that you're asking yourself, or what are you questioning? What are the things that you're beginning to second guess or doubt? Pay attention to those. Um, and then let's see, you also said that they dress really nice, and you mentioned that they have nice things and they know how to dress, and that you don't have that skill. You haven't mastered that skill. So, what does them having nice things and knowing how to dress bring up for you? And you mentioned again the not knowing how to dress or not having mastered that skill. So, according to who? According to who? Who said that? Because what it sounds like is that you claim you have a unique style and that you love dressing hippie and colorful and all of that. So, sounds like you have mastered that skill to me. I don't know. But you might be feeling these feelings of jealousy and envy, and feeling envious and all these things that you mentioned in your question, because they have a style that's more refined and classy, and you are more hippie and colorful. So you're feeling jealous and envious and all of that, because a part of you, your soul, is like, I want to dress refined and classy. I want to be refined and classy. And it's like, I can be, I should be, I want to be. So let yourself be. So get yourself an outfit or two that feels refined and classy, that you can find at a good price. I've always been dressing refined and classy, and I was always budget shopping. So you can find things that feel refined and classy, that you'll feel good in, that are affordable. So that would be my homework, one of my homework assignments for you that I came up with. And let's see, so your soul, it seems that your soul craves to feel the energy of refined and classy. That's why you're feeling those feelings. It's wanting to have and be what they are having and being and doing and how they're looking. You want that. You feel called to that. You feel inspired by that. You want that. That's what it seems like. And you can wear something that's refined and classy and automatically feel that. Or in that moment, you can look in the mirror and say, oh gosh, I don't belong in this. This is not for me. These clothes don't look right on me. And you'll start thinking negative thoughts. So it's important to notice what those thoughts are, and if it's true, or if you're just being really hard on yourself. So let's see, what else? Well, for me, for example, sometimes I'm goddessy, sometimes I'm business professional, sometimes I'm a yogi, sometimes I'm, colorful and flowy and hippie too. So it depends on what I'm feeling, and that's just, how I choose to express myself in whatever I'm feeling. So go for it, go crazy. Explore all the edges. Have fun with it. Let your soul go wild. Wear things that you would never be caught dead in, and wear them proud, because who cares what people think? Just enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, do what you feel called to. So wear something that you say, I don't have the courage or the confidence to wear that. I could never wear that. Wear that thing. Wear that thing. Trust me. I have a client that she used to dress very modestly, very humbly, and she didn't realize that a lot of things from her childhood, from her dad, were holding her back. Even though she lived in a completely different country than him, she was still dressing as if she was living in his house, you know? So when I had her go and wear something sexy and feminine and all that, that activated her in such a big way that it's like it unleashed the beast. Like, she's a photographer and used to hide behind the camera, and now she's like front and center and embodied in like this divine goddess energy. And it's like really, really powerful what you wear can do for you. So there's that. Let's see. You said when you're around your friends, you're happy with who you are. This is great. That means that you are being your authentic self when you're with them. So notice who you're being when you're with them, and notice who you're being when you're with other people, and compare how you're changing to fit those people or that group. Since you also said that since you didn't grow up with much money, you're more, well, this is what I'm saying. Since you didn't grow up with much money, you're being sensible and cautious with money, which is understandable. It's a logical and safer way to be. So you're now starting to invest in yourself, as you said, and each and every time that you do that, that you spend on yourself, you are up leveling your energetic frequency, your vibration. So even with signing up for this, you have claimed, I'm worthy. I deserve this. I'm worth 44 freaking dollars to get the help that I need. I am worth that and then some. So one of the things that I did to start up leveling my abundance and what I thought I deserved and I was worthy of was so simple. I used to spend $100 at a store and I would get as much as I could for that $100. Whereas one day I went into Free People and I saw these shorts, tried them on. They were just like, oh my God, meant for me. And I was so in love with them. I'm like, I have to have them, but they're $99, $95. I'm like, I could never spend that on one thing. That's stupid. So that was my story. That was my belief. And as soon as I decided that that was not going to be what I believe anymore, because I'm a person that can spend $100 on one item. And then I bought them and wore them, and they became my favorite shorts. I wore them every day, so definitely got my money's worth. But it's to raise your frequency, raise your vibration around like what you spend, right? So the first time I ever spent $5,000 on a retreat, it was like, oh my God, right? But then I'm like, I put it on a credit card, made it happen. The money will come, trust, surrender, follow, go. And that money did definitely come back almost immediately in the form of a brand new client. So it's like trusting, surrendering, going with where you're feeling guided and not letting the money stop you, because there's an infinite resources. Like, we're limiting ourselves to the possibility. All you have to do is say yes and let the door open, and then expect it to work out, expect things to come, to serve, to support you, instead of I can't right now, I don't have the money, I can't. Like, okay, but then why can't you say how can I instead of I can't? How can you make it happen? How can you look at like resources and possibilities and payment plans or credit cards or whatever? You can just welcome in the possibility, and that opens doors, energetic doors. So let's see, what else did you say? Oh, you invested in yourself and all of that. That takes you to new heights of abundance and will allow you to live life in a whole different way through experiences. And it raises your frequency and changes who you are at your core. And you start to attract new things, new people, new energies, where you look back and go like, oh my God, I can't believe that was me. I can't believe I used to think like that. I can't believe that. Like, you will just be so different really quickly and look back and go, wow, what a shift. And then you said that you feel jealous, less than, inadequate, scruffy, and ashamed about your cousins, like we talked about a little bit. First, you have to identify what you're thinking about when you start to feel those things. And then you can examine why you feel that way and question if it's actually true, and if you're being hard on yourself or unkind to yourself, and then dismantle it. So after that, you're able to claim a new way of thinking or feeling about that thing, and then you can do that for everything, basically, so that until you don't feel those things anymore. And then after that, you're claiming a whole new way of being, a whole new way of feeling, a whole new way of all of it, and you can do that for everything, and then you don't feel those things anymore. So I call this dismantling and redefining perspectives, and this is what we do in my mentorship. It's part of it. So that's something that we can talk about. I know you inquired about in your last question about programs and things to join. I do have my Redefine Reality membership. It's a container of like the most amazing souls in the world that are vulnerable and authentic and sharing their hearts so that they can expand into what they're being called to. And then we can customize a one-on-one plan for your mentorship that would fit your budget. So I hope this helps.